The Manor on Whispering Hill. The first time I saw the house on Whispering Hill, I didn't know it would change my life forever. It wasn't on Google Maps, and there were no streetlights, no signs. Just a long, winding road ending at the top of a hill. From a distance, the house looked abandoned. Paint peeled from its siding, windows dark, trees curling around it like they were trying to swallow it whole. I was a freelance journalist obsessed with real-life horror, cold cases, urban legends, unsolved mysteries, always chasing stories that didn't belong on television. That's how I got the email. They say the house on Whispering Hill is cursed. People enter and disappear. Come see for yourself. I didn't believe in curses. I didn't believe in ghosts. I believed in facts. Curiosity, however, is dangerous. I parked at the bottom of the hill. Fog rolled in, heavy and wet, clinging to my clothes, making each step a silent struggle. The house loomed above me like a relic of something that should never exist. The porch creaked under my weight. The front door was unlocked. I should have left then. I didn't. Inside, the smell hit me first. Dust, rot, and something metallic, like dried blood. Shadows filled every corner, stretching unnaturally. Portraits lined the hallway. People staring. Not just painted eyes that followed me. Something about them felt alive. I laughed at my own fear. "It's just old paint and shadows," I muttered. The living room had furniture draped in sheets, a grand piano in the corner, keys yellowed, strings slack. I touched it. A single note rang out, soft, high-pitched, vibrating in my chest. I froze. I stayed overnight. There was no cell service. My car at the bottom of the hill, fog thick. I set up a small area in the hallway, blankets around me, lights dim. At 2:17 a.m., I woke. Footsteps, bare, slow, upstairs. But the floorboards were solid. Whispers came, faint but clear. "You shouldn't be here." My flashlight flickered. The piano played again, keys moving on their own. A shadow slid across the ceiling, then dropped to the floor, watching, waiting. I slept holding the flashlight like my life depended on it. Morning, I drove into the nearest town. People were wary. "The house?" one man said, hands trembling. "You don't want to go in there. Not anyone alive. Not since the fire." "Fire?" I asked. 1987. A family. 3 kids. Something happened. House burned mostly. But some stayed. The things. People hear them, see them. Some who stayed never came out the same. Every story repeated itself. Guests arrive, some leave, some disappear. Names written in local lore. That night, I returned. The front door unlocked. Temperature dropped immediately. Shadows stretched across walls in impossible ways. Every room twisted differently than memory. The master bedroom had sheets yellowed with age. On the nightstand, a journal, handwriting frantic. "It knows we're awake, moves when we sleep. I hear whispers in my ears, footsteps in the hall. Do not trust mirrors. Do not look. It watches." "I'm sorry, Footsteps upstairs, heavy, running, then silence. Every mirror reflected the room differently. Sometimes furniture shifted. Shadows appeared that weren't mine. I touched one, cold. A finger traced from behind the glass. "Stay." In a locked room, I found letters from those who stayed too long. I went upstairs, never came back. The house won't let me leave. The mirrors follow you. The shadows speak. I can hear footsteps when I sleep. Do not stay overnight. They will come. Newspapers from 1987 described the fire. 3 children missing. Parents burned beyond recognition. Firefighters claimed they heard children laughing inside the empty building for hours after it was declared safe. 3:33 a.m. whispers started. Hundreds of voices, angry, laughing, crying. Shadows moved across the ceiling, then dropped to the floor. Feet didn't touch the ground, circling me. I tripped into a room I hadn't seen. Dolls lined shelves, porcelain faces cracked and grinning. One moved closer, slowly, arm outstretched. I found hidden stairs under a rug. Basement dark, wet, smelling of decay. Something moved at the far end, whispered my name. A pile of old newspapers, missing persons, names I'd seen in letters. A hand reached from the darkness, pale, cold. I ran upstairs. The house screamed. Wood groaned like it was alive. Old police files told a chilling story. 1993, teenagers trespass, never seen again. 2002, delivery driver enters house for package drop, reported missing. 2010, paranormal investigator spends night, leaves a note. The house shifts, it watches, it feeds. I discovered a box of old journals under the stairs, written by previous visitors. I thought I could leave, but the house wouldn't let me. Every door led to the same room eventually. The dolls move at night. They're alive. I can feel them breathing in the dark. I hear whispers of people I've never met, warning me, laughing at me, crying. I'm alone, but not. In the attic, I found a hidden door. It led to a small room, walls covered in newspaper clippings spanning decades. Every missing person, every unexplained death connected to the hill. On a table, dozens of dolls, all holding small items, names, dates, even teeth. Human teeth. A note pinned to the wall. She collects what she can. She feeds. She remembers. You are next. The house was alive now. Floors groaned with every step I took. Shadows twisted into forms, people, animals, things I couldn't name. Whispers screamed my name, chanting it, warning it, mocking it. The dolls shifted, closer, their eyes wet, staring. A large shadow approached, stretching taller than the ceiling. It had a child's voice and my voice simultaneously. I ran, falling into the basement again. Hands reached out from every wall, mirrors cracked, lights flickered. And then silence. The front door, open, fog thick, car gone, phone dead. I ran down the hill, arrived at a gas station trembling, wet, bleeding from scratches I didn't remember. The house never appeared behind me. But every night since, whispers follow me. Reflections in mirrors move differently. Shadows linger in corners. Sometimes I hear footsteps on empty streets. The house chooses who it wants. Curiosity brings you there. Once inside, it feeds on your fear. Sometimes it lets you go. Sometimes it doesn't. Every reflection, every shadow, every whisper reminds me it's still alive. Months later, I returned, this time with a recorder and notebook. I wanted proof. The road was worse than I remembered, overgrown, fog heavier, house larger, windows like eyes staring down at me. I stepped onto the porch. The boards groaned as if recognizing me. Inside, hallway felt narrower, longer than before. Shadows shifted, portraits stared harder. I stopped in front of one of a woman holding a child, eyes hollow, lips moving, blinked. Air thick, wet, suffocating. I set up in the living room. Candles, matches, notebook. Nothing happened at first. Piano played. Slow, deliberate, keys pressed down one by one. Each note a heartbeat, moved closer. Shadow stretched across ceiling, dropped, impossible height, human but wrong. I fled upstairs. Hallway elongated, doors appeared where they hadn't been, leading to rooms I didn't recognize, full of dolls staring silently. Touched one, cold, breathing. Found a staircase I didn't see before, leading to basement. Cold, damp, stairs pulsing under weight. Hundreds of faces appeared in shadows on walls, whispering names, mine, previous visitors. Hands reached from darkness. I ran blindly, corners looping endlessly. Mirrors reflected rooms I hadn't seen, showing multiple versions of me screaming silently. Basement opened into a large chamber. Dolls lined every wall, holding teeth, jewelry, scraps of clothing, photographs. Heads turned as I moved. Eyes following, lips whispering my name. At far end, figure emerged. Childlike, charred, cracked skin like porcelain. Hollow eyes. Voice in my mind. You promised. I bolted. House screamed. Floors cracked. Windows shattered inward. Doors slammed into walls. I ran through rooms I didn't recognize. Finally saw a front door. Open. Fog thick. Night silent except for ragged breathing. Car gone. Bone dead. Ran downhill, never stopping. Weeks later, apartment. Mirrors crooked, shadows in corners, whispers at night. Sometimes I wake and see Hill outside my window. House waits, watching, patient. Whispers, shadows, reflections remind me it's still alive. Even years later, emails, anonymous. We know you. We saw you. I never reply, never go back. Some houses remember everything. The manor on Whispering Hill will always be waiting. Some nights, I hear piano, slow, deliberate echoing from fog, calling my name. Years passed. News came of teenagers missing on the same hill, never found. I knew. The house had chosen again. My dreams filled with its shadows. I woke screaming. I avoided mirrors. Reflections sometimes moved without me. Dolls appeared in unexpected places. Always watching. I moved again. Same story. Same whispers at night. Some nights, I can swear I hear someone walking behind me. I never turn around. Neighbors said strange lights flickered at night near the hill. Police investigated, but no house was officially registered. My research kept me awake. Journals, diaries, letters, newspaper clippings, missing persons, each adding a name, each adding a year, each adding horror. The house consumed time, memory, reality. The fog rolls in thickest at 2:17 a.m. Some say that's when the house feeds. Every visitor is part of it now, whether alive or gone. Voices mix with whispers. Shadows twist into faces. Hands reach for mirrors. I've seen my own reflection argue with me. I've seen shadows move against logic. The dolls blink. Sometimes I wake and find them closer to my bed than I left them. I thought I had escaped. I never did. I never will.